When I'm sharing about what my life is like as a little person, one of the most common questions I get asked is what's the biggest challenge you have, or what's the most difficult part about being only 3 feet tall? But you know what? Yes, my life is full of some pretty big challenges, but it can also be really awesome and fun. Hey, everybody, my name is Julie. I was born with dwarfism. I'm also blind, and I'm making videos to share some of my unique life experiences. And I thought it would be fun to share some of my favorite things about being only 3 feet tall. So, as you probably noticed in the title, I've made a list of 5 of my favorite things. So, it's a pretty short little list. Did you get my little short joke there? Okay, we're going to start our list with number 5 and work our way to number 1. Hope you're ready for this. Okay, number 5. I am pretty comfortable in small spaces. And I could share a lot of different things here, but the thing I want to focus on for today is when I'm on an airplane, I'm usually pretty comfortable in those little airplane seats. And I'm so sorry that that is not the experience most people have. But, I understand that it's hard when you don't have enough leg room and it's a really tight fit. But one of the perks of only being 3 feet tall is that I'm usually pretty comfortable and have a pretty nice ride. So I am really grateful for that. Number 4, I don't eat very much. So when I go to a restaurant, I can order off the kids' menu if I want to, and I am pretty full. Or I can share a meal with somebody else, and it's usually plenty of food for me. So I save a bit of money that way. And, in general, I have a pretty small appetite, except when it comes to tortilla chips. I could eat a million of those things. They are so dangerous for me. Sometimes when I'm eating tortilla chips, I hear this little voice trying to talk to me in my head, and it tells me to stop eating, but I can't hear it over the crunching sound. Does that ever happen to you? Leave a comment and tell me, what food can you not stop eating? What's your favorite food right now? I need to know that I'm not alone. Plus, I just love talking about food. So, there you go. Okay, let's talk about number 3. I love that I can wear things that I could wear years ago. I don't outgrow my clothes very often. Now, I will confess that sometimes things get a little snug over the years, so there's that. But some things I can still wear that I wore a really long time ago. Like, let me tell you one of my favorite stories. When I was in elementary school, I was in a Christmas play that took place at the North Pole, and I played the role of Tiny Tina the elf. So I got to wear this cute little elf costume, and it was tons of fun. I loved being in theater when I was a kid and doing musicals and all that kind of good stuff. And so I had a blast being Tiny Tina the elf. Okay, so I was probably 10 or younger. So now let's fast forward to when I was in my 20s. Do y'all know the movie called Elf with Will Ferrell? That movie was just coming out, and actually, it was about to come out on DVD. Well, it just had been released on DVD. And I had some friends who threw an elf party, and we all got together and watched the movie, and we played games, and we ate snacks, and all of our snacks were green, by the way. And when I found out about this party, I thought it would be fun to surprise everybody. So I dug around in my closet and found that old elf costume from when I was 10 years old. And I put it on, and it still fit, even though I was in my 20s. And I wore it to the party, and it was kind of hilarious. That is one of my favorite Christmas memories. All right, moving on to number 2. I get to use small furniture. Now, I do not have a whole house full of small furniture because I'm not the only one who lives here. And my other family members are all average size. I am the only little person in my family. So, all of the common furniture that we all use, it's all average size. But there are some things that are just mine that are little, and I think that is just so groovy. So, for example, right now I am sitting at a little desk in a little chair, and I've had this desk since probably first grade, I would say. And yeah, it's cute and fun. I also have a little kids recliner that I've had for years. That's one of my favorite pieces of furniture. But my favorite small thing that I have is actually a tiny piano. Several years ago, my stepdad actually surprised me for my birthday and bought me an electric piano, and then he adapted it so that it is my size. He kind of like cut the bottom part off of it so that it's really low to the ground. And then he also created a special seat for me to sit on when I play it. So the seat actually has wheels on it, and then he built a track for it. So when I'm playing the piano, I can roll back and forth and reach all the keys on the piano. It's really incredible, and I love to play the piano. Now, I'm not going to claim that I'm really good at the piano. It's not really my primary gift, but I enjoy playing a lot and learning new songs and all that good stuff. So, that is my favorite little thing that I have, and I would love to show it to you sometime. So, yeah, comment below and tell me, is that something you'd be interested in seeing? And I'll try to make that video sometime in the future. Yay! Okay, we have come to the number one thing that I love about being 3 feet tall. And that is, I love that I get to have a special relationship with kids. I have several nieces and nephews in my family, and it has been such a joy to be their aunt and to get to watch them grow up and to play with them through the years as they've been growing up. And it's really, really fun because I'm little like they are. So we have a really unique bond. I have special times with all of them. And let me tell you, I actually have a niece who is currently not quite 2 years old, and she and I are pretty much the same size. I think she just has a few more inches to grow, and then she will be my height. So I actually get a kick out of that. And I love keeping track of each niece and nephew and when they actually get taller than me or when they're exactly my height. We take pictures and then I write it down in a special file so I can remember, oh, this is the day that this one got taller than me. And it's such a blast, you guys. I love that I am one of the only adults who can easily get down on the floor and play. I can fit in their little playhouses and tents and little Tykes cars and anything that they want to play with. I can pretty much join them. And it's like anything that's child size is also Julie size. So I love getting to interact with them on their level, and we have such a great time. And I don't mean to brag, but I'm really good at playing hide and seek. So, yeah, I can fit places that other people can't. So, yay, I love it. Now, my favorite place to hide is actually my laundry cabinet. Ooh, don't tell anybody I said that. Just keep that between us, okay? So, yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff that I get to do with kids, and I hope that I can be like an ambassador between the kid world and the adult world. Because, some adults really can get on the floor and play with kids and they have a great time. But after a while, they have to stand back up again and they're so much taller and they become part of the adult world again. But I get to always stay on the same level with my kiddos. So I'm really grateful that I have a unique place in their life and I get to love them and spend time with them in a way that's really special and unique. So there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this list for today. I know you're really sad about that, but have no fear because I'm also working on another video that will cover 5 things I love about being blind. So you might enjoy that one as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask them in the comments. And I'd be happy to get back with you or even make another video in the future where I answer your questions. So let me know what you want to know more about. If there's something I mentioned here that you want more details on, feel free to ask. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, I would love to have your feedback so I can make videos that are interesting to you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've had fun with me, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Have a great day. Bye.